Toy Story, The Big Campout, written by Wendy, LOGGIA, illustrated by the Disney Storybook art team. Guess what? Bonnie said as she looked excitedly at all her toys. We're going to go do something really special tonight. The toys were carefully arranged on Bonnie's bed. They couldn't wait to find out what the special something was, but they stayed motionless. The little girl clapped her hands with glee. We're going on an adventure, Bonnie cried. The toys were excited, but they still didn't move. And we all get to go, Bonnie said. She carefully placed Woody, Buzz Lightyear, Slinky Dog, and all her new toys in the big tote bag. Next, she collected her beloved old toys, Buttercup the Unicorn, Trixie the Triceratops, and Hedgehog Mr. Pricklepants. A ragdoll named Dolly came too. We're going to have so much fun, Bonnie told them. Bonnie ran off to find a flashlight. Once she had left, all the toys suddenly came to life. I wonder where we're going, Mr. Pricklepants said. I hope there aren't any scary animals, Rex the dinosaur whispered to his friends. I'll protect you, Woody said with a wink. Then the toys heard footsteps and stopped talking. We're camping out, Bonnie announced happily as she came into the room. She scooped up the tote bag. A few minutes later, Bonnie and her toys were in the backyard. Here we are, she said. Bonnie carefully unpacked the toys and began arranging them inside a tent she had set up. You sit next to Trixie, she told Rex, placing the two dinosaurs side by side. Buttercup, Woody, and Buzz, you guys will be next to my sleeping bag. Soon all the toys had their own spots. Now let's have a picnic. Bonnie began passing out toy food and toy plates. Corn for Buttercup, pepperoni pizza for Rex. Bonnie, dinner time, called Bonnie's mother. Bonnie giggled. I've got to go eat my dinner. But don't worry, I'll be back soon. She gave each toy a big hug, then crawled head first out of the tent. Left alone in the tent, the toys began to explore. This is a right comfortable spot, Jessie said, admiring Bonnie's puffy sleeping bag. The accommodations really are quite satisfactory, Mr. Pricklepants agreed. Well, shiny my spurs, Woody exclaimed. The cowboy walked over to an electric camping lantern. He turned it on, and a warm glow lit up the tent. Let's have a sing-along, Woody suggested. He held his cowboy hat over his head and began to sing Camptown Races. Jessie joined in, and Bullseye stumped his hooves in time to the beat. The other toys began to sing, too. After a few more songs, the toys went outside. They still had some time before Bonnie returned, and they wanted to explore. Pushing through the tent flaps, the toys stepped into the backyard. It had grown dark. Look, Buttercup said. There are stars coming out. Buzz smiled. That, my friend, is the Big Dipper. 7 stars that form a ladle shape, he pointed toward the constellation. You sure know a lot about the sky, Trixie said, impressed. Buzz grinned. Comes with the Space Ranger territory. I just saw a shooting star, Mr. Potato Head shouted. I think that was a firefly. Ham said. Jessie hopped on Bullseye. I'm going to explore the yard. Buttercup trotted over. Follow me. I'll show you the rose bed. Trixie turned to the other toys. Who wants to play freeze tag? With a sly smile, she tapped Rex. Tag, you're frozen. Smiling, the rest of the toys began to run away as Trixie chased after them. The flower bed is out of bounds, she shouted. Hey, someone tag me, Rex called, still frozen. Anyone! I'm wiped out, Ham said a little while later. How about a shadow puppet production? Mr. Pricklepants suggested. That's a great idea, Woody said, leading his friends into the tent. Bonnie is going to be back soon. The toys used Bonnie's flashlight to create shadow puppets on the tent. Buzz made an airplane with his wings. Mr. Pricklepants made an elephant. Rex peeked outside the tent window. Boy, it sure got dark fast, he remarked. Then Dolly made a pair of bunny ears behind the dinosaur's head. Everyone laughed, even Rex. A sleepover wouldn't be complete without a scary story, Mr. Potato Head said. He clicked off the flashlight. Once there was a dark little toy that got lost in the forest. The forest was dark, very dark, just like now, Rex exclaimed, beginning to get scared. Suddenly, there were footsteps, Mr. Potato Head said. The toys heard the sound of someone running. Like now? Jessie said with a gasp. Mr. Potato Head continued. His story, a monster was coming. Ah! Rex shrieked as a huge shadow loomed over the tent. The toys all flopped down and went still. Then the tent flap opened. It was Bonnie. She brought the toys outside and gave each one of them a marshmallow on a twig. It wouldn't be a campout if we didn't toast marshmallows, she announced happily. The toys couldn't have agreed more, and Rex was especially glad there wasn't any real monster after all. The end.